program and our curriculum before MAP testing is approaching. So we've been looking at Chapter 9 recently. What do we need to be doing to prepare? How do you think we should best be preparing these kids?
Well, I think that we talked about before that we were going to have trouble getting everything ready for the math, and right now most of us are just on adding and subtracting like and unlike fractions.
Mm-hmm.
So as Lisa commented, we're not going to hit the geometry portion or the measurement. So maybe possibly what we need to do is combine some of these lessons together and try to hit the main topic, you know, where instead of classifying quadrilaterals and classifying triangles as two separate lessons, maybe look at combining those two lessons together.
Okay.
And here's an idea. I mean, we both do flipped classrooms, so an idea would be for you guys to record maybe a couple of lessons, because like when we record them, honestly, you don't have all the distractions coming at you. You don't have the kids saying, I don't get it, I don't get it. And they watch it, and then your high-level ones pick it up, and they can go, and you don't have to help them during class very much. And then you can work really well with your low ones, you know, when you join your lessons together. So you might be able to speed it along a little bit faster.
I know when I filmed one video for lesson 4, 5, 6, 7. Like for all of those, it was like one video. So I wonder if we even looked at just filming, and it wouldn't even have to be you guys film. We could just post it for their kids to see. But filming like a video on some of these other key topics in the other chapters that we feel like we need to hit, and then we could just, I mean, even if it could be during MAP testing, you just play a video.
Yeah. Well, and I know like the way that we can shorten is we could try to not do the question of the day and that kind of stuff. Like sometimes I skip the first like 2 pages, the examples, and instead of like trying to figure out what the blanks are that they're wanting me to fill in, sometimes I'll just show them an example that's just cut and dry to the point, you know, just in these next couple of weeks to try and get as much in as we can. I know we're supposed to do all of that on a normal basis, but.
And I guess that my thing is, I don't know, I mean, we just don't know. I mean, because the problem of the day, that's kind of that problem solving, higher order thinking, and you know, it's like, that's why I try to do those every day, because, and then the Common Core Quick Check is my way of checking, because I don't check their homework right then, I do it that night, and that Common Core Quick Check with, you know, them pulling up those answers gives me the opportunity to see who's not getting it.
Right.
I love that. Yeah. I use both of them now consistently.
I'm even thinking about having like using, besides just math time, like the first thing when they come in, you have a problem of the day on the board, and they have to have it on a sheet of paper, you know, and answer the questions or something.
Not everybody has a combined group for RTI, but I do, and I do that for RTI. I take that 20 minutes of RTI with the kids that I have, and I do some of those things like problem of the day, the Common Core Quick Check, or the enrichment. I do that for those kids in RTI.
And how many do you do that 1 day a week?
4 days. I do it every day but Friday and Friday.
I wish I was a big group.
Yeah. Wow.
And see, okay.
Well, I like Kelsey's idea, but the only problem is you can only do that with your homeroom class.
Right,
you won't
that's
be able to do that with.
I guess you could have it up on the board at the beginning of your math class, and it could be like.
It could be your exit ticket too.
It could be your exit ticket.
That's a good idea.
I have a large group, but I was told that we could only do math 1 day a week, that the other 4 days had to be reading.
I had no idea. Nobody told me anything, what to teach or anything. So.
Because I was doing flashcards 2 days a week. You know, I was seeing a lot of struggling with the multiplication facts. And so we were doing math races like 2 days a week. And then I was told we needed to back off to math 1 day a week.
Now, second quarter, I did all vocabulary and Greek and Latin roots. So it was third quarter that I started doing that.
Okay.
So I mean, just to be, you know, so I took the whole quarter and did, you know, we did that, and then I did third quarter all math, and fourth quarter, I can mix it up if I want to be a people all again.
Thanks for meeting with me and talking about our collaborative team we've been working this year. What's one of the benefits have you found from being on this collaborative team?
I think the biggest benefit is the fact that this is a new curriculum for us as far as the new math program, and being able to bounce ideas off of each other and see what each other's doing and what's worked in some classrooms, talking to the teachers who are at a different point in the chapters and seeing what lessons they skipped and things like that. So that's probably been the most beneficial thing.
And now it wasn't necessary to be on this team. It was just a benefit, like just an added thing that you could do that would help you. And do you feel like it's been helpful?
Absolutely. I mean, just any time that you can collaborate with someone that's doing the same thing that you're doing, I think that just that collaboration brings you closer together as a team and you know, be able to talk about different ideas and stuff.
Good. Now, how have you grown personally, probably because of this team? I don't think I could. You were new to the grade this year.
I am new to the grade, and so there are a lot of things that I wasn't familiar with, and so being able to talk to some of the teachers and find out, you know, the year-end testing, what some of the expectations are, has really been helpful. Trying to learn the whole new curriculum's standards, that's helped to be able to figure out. So I think personally I've grown just in my knowledge of what the expectations are for a 5th grade student.
And you seem to really enjoy like the collaboration and
I love the collaboration.
And the new team.
I do. I love the collaboration because I think we all get along well. I think we have a great team that, you know, is willing to support each other and help each other with anything that any issues that they might have.
Mm-hmm. And then grown as a teacher, I mean, you talked a little bit about the curriculum and how that's been beneficial in learning all of the new 5th grade things. Anything else that you can think of that you've seen even in your classroom because of the
I think that
collaboration?
being an old school teacher and looking at some of the team members who are a lot younger, more tech savvy and understand some of the new things. When I went to school, we learned how to use the mimeograph machine and things like that. And now I feel like it's a huge benefit, and I've grown just from watching the younger people and the technology that they know and how, you know, the flipped classroom and watching how they incorporate other things into their room that I've never even thought about. So that's been a huge benefit as well.
I don't know what that machine even is.
I know. It was way before you were even born.
So what do you prepare for our meetings? Because I know you brought in a lot about the old math program, but what do you do to prepare?
Probably looking just the reflections, thinking about, you know, notes of what worked well, what didn't work well, looking ahead, what we need to do. I know this particular meeting we taught, you know, I came in with a list of all of the things that I felt like we needed to still teach before the end of the year, but our window was closing down on, you know, before these kids go into 6th grade. What do we have to make sure that they've been exposed to that they haven't yet? So I feel like mine's kind of an organizational thing. That's probably what I contribute a lot to, coming in and being prepared, knowing. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You know, just
knowing that you know what your information and knowing what you need to know.
Right.
And now we've had some challenges over the year, some of it being like people staying on task. And what has maybe been your biggest challenge that you've seen? Either it could be for you or something you've seen that the group would need to adjust and fix if we were to continue this PLC.
I think that we have a huge PLC group, and not everybody teaches the same thing. And I think that when we try to meet as a whole group, and a lot of people get off task, and I struggle with that. That's been very frustrating to me. I feel that everybody needs to be contributing, and whenever I see teachers grading papers, that's not what the PLC time's for, and I really struggle with that. I would like to see mutual respect, both for individuals who are new in the teaching area. I think that there are some
individuals who don't give some of the newer teachers the credit that they deserve. And I think that there are some of the newer ones that don't give the older teachers the credit that they deserve. I think that it's, we have a well-balanced group of individuals as far as experience goes, and I think that we need to draw on all of those experiences. The new teachers have experience that the old teachers don't have, but vice versa. So that's probably been one of the biggest challenges that I've had, is watching people get off task, watching individuals not respect each other, and not getting things accomplished that need to be accomplished.
Okay. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
meeting with me.
Welcome.